The river boils with bodies, and a hippo mother pushes into the shallows with her calf tight to her flank. Ahead, the bend is crowded with crocodiles, row on row, eyes and ridges breaking the surface like wet stone. Adult hippos are seldom attacked. Mass, hide, and sudden force keep most predators cautious. But a calf is different. Smaller lungs, softer skin, slower turns. Every crocodile here can read that weakness. She chooses this crossing for reasons that matter. The far bank holds a nursery lagoon, shallow and warm. Hippos follow routes like roads in mud, and habit brings her here, even when the water turns brown with silt. Crocodiles at the front rank slide aside. She uses her shoulders like a moving gate, swinging and shoving, cutting a narrow corridor where bodies press back, then fold. The calf rises often, touches her skin, breathes, then tucks under. Bodies level, tails loaded, eyes forward. One tests the margin with a slow lean, then another tracks the space between mother and calf. She sweeps her head, pushes again, and the water heaves. They prefer certainty over courage, and they wait for a gap. She will not give it. The calf stays close, almost pressed to her thigh. More crocodiles arrive, drawn by disturbance and the faint distress calls of a young mouth learning the river's dark taste. Ridges and swirls rise all around. She opens her mouth in a wide threat gape. Tusks shine, jaws hinge, breath roars. Current deepens near mid-channel. Now they change tactics. They aim for space, not flesh. Sometimes it climbs along the slope of her back for a few heartbeats. A little height buys time. A little time buys distance. They slide between mother and calf, trying to widen the seam. She bellows, drives forward, and opens water with her skull. Risk spreads, boldness grows. The mother rams again and again. She churns the bed, lifts bodies, snaps and roars, and the sound carries to the far reeds, but she cannot block every line at once. Teeth scrape skin without purchase. The youngster slips free, and the mother slams down with her chest. The attacker rolls and retreats, bone on bone, then a splash. Mass breaks angles. The line reforms. The second strike comes low and fast. The calf jerks, vanishes in a boil of silt, and the mother spins with explosive force. She bites a crocodile across the snout, lifts and throws. The sound is a crack, followed by foam and mud. It snaps back at her muzzle. Bubbles rise, silence, then a gasp. The calf breaks the surface, alive. But a crocodile snaps on its front leg in a hard clamp. The mother lunges in a single heave. She grips the attacker behind the head where armor thins, and she bites. Pressure builds, skin splits, and the crocodile releases for one breath. The crocodiles press the pattern that works separation. They use tight water and sheer weight to slow her turns and draw the calf away. For a breath, the youngster loses contact. The line breaks. Teeth already set, and the river erupts into short, violent jolts. Crocodiles seize soft parts first to end movement quickly and to avoid the mother's heavy strikes. Today, the margin failed. Here, power protects until a boundary collapses. The river offers no favor, only current, numbers, and the narrow distance a mother can hold between danger and her young. The river tells the same lesson every day. A calf survives by staying close. Hippo cows keep newborns tight to the flank, nose to skin, so the youngster can find air fast and follow without seeing. Lions are a real threat, especially to isolated or injured adults. The answer is depth. A quick pivot and a direct drive into deep water end most attempts. In channels, mass and bite rule, lions avoid the risk. Keep water within a few strides, avoid narrow ledges, and hold position in depth. This is how hippos shut down a pride's advance. Underwater is safety. Lions stop at the edge. They can swim, but they do not fight here. In deep water, claws lose grip, footing vanishes, and a lion's power turns to paddling. Their advantage is on firm ground, not in a channel that robs leverage with every kick. The hippos rule this domain. Any predator standing chest deep learns it quickly. Hold the shore or be driven from it. When rain fails, rivers fall into pieces. Pools pinch into beads on a string. Side channels vanish. Clay pans harden at the edges and liquefy in the middle. Hippos gather in hundreds, pressed nose to rump in troughs of black mud. Breathing becomes an act of crowd management. Individuals rise in turn to draw air, then sink to share space for the next body. Skin cracks without water over it. Mud helps, but not enough to erase heat. The red secretion slicks across backs and ears, catching dust and flies. Cows with small calves try to hold outer lanes where a quick retreat to water is still possible. Disease spreads faster in crowded holes. Wounds fester, eyes cloud with infection born in warm, dirty water. Some hippos die in the crush, others in the long walk between last pasture and last water. Scavengers and predators profit, and the next rain will erase the evidence in a day. Yet dry season also binds the herd. Dry season compresses every rule until one bend, one night road, or one shrinking pool turns a calculation into a crisis. And when rain returns, the herd resets the map, step by heavy step.